Hello everybody, my name is Damon, and welcome back to Damon Talks. I'm recording this, right? Yes, okay, I did in fact hit the record button. The show, quote-unquote, the show, where I could just toss all my inhibitions to the wind and talk about whatever the hell I want because I'm a narcissistic asshole that feels like having an entire series dedicated to me talking about, things. To me complaining about things mostly, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Last time, talked about some weird stuff for like an hour and a half, and we started playing this game here, just so I have something to do in the background. We still don't have running shoes. I think we have to go fight Brock. How do I open up the menu again? Right. Yeah, we have happy and motivation. Did I not catch anyone else? I guess I didn't. I don't know. Even though it said I had 3 in my Pokedex, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how to really intro this stuff off. I have a little magical notebook here of stuff that I have written down that we're going to talk about, or at least what I hope to talk about this episode. Maybe it'll not go up, or maybe some of these will have to hold up until next episode. I don't know how long this'll be. I apologize in advance. This isn't written down on my notebook, but I guess we could talk about it first. I apologize about the fan you are probably hearing in the background. I also don't know if my mic audio is bad quality right now. It sounds weird to me, but that might just... I don't know, that might just be me right now. But my fan is on in this room because it is quite hot. It is 86 degrees right now, and it has been quite hot. So I'm hoping this fan... It's not pointed directly at me, it's actually pointed to the ceiling. It's behind me to the left, and it's pointing my direction in that it's pointing right, but it's pointing up at the ceiling, so hopefully it's not making too much noise. I can hear it myself in the recording, and it doesn't sound too loud, so I hope it's not too loud. But, yeah, I really wish it wasn't as hot as it was. Apparently it snowed in different parts of where I lived this past week, despite the fact that it is spring entering summer, and we've gotten 90-degree weather, and other places have gotten plowable snow, so, I mean, I guess they're lucky, I guess. I don't even remember. What are your moves? Happy? You're a normal ghost, right. Sacred Fire, Hyper Fang, I guess Hyper Fang. Alright, don't know what you are. Machop. Anyways, let's get into some of these topics. The first topic I have here is about Prey. Wow, you took no damage from that. I don't even know if that was super effective. Prey, if you don't know, is a PC video game. I think it's also Xbox. Oh, right, you have Wonder Guard. I forgot you're invincible. I don't have, right. Prey, if you don't know, is a game for PC, Xbox, and I think PS4. I'm pretty sure. I think it's for Xbox. You can use a controller on the PC, and it has Xbox controls, but maybe it's only for PC. I don't know. Either way, Prey, it's a game. It's made by, or published by, Bethesda, I'm pretty sure. So it's a game like Rage, where it's published by, Bethesda, but I don't think it was developed by them, but it's still kind of similar and has kind of the similar RPG aspects of the Elder Scrolls. Apparently this is perfective. Aren't you a poison type? Has similar aspects to the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yeah, you're poison, but that's a fighting type move. So it's possible we're fighting against steel. That would make sense why Hyper Fang didn't really do anything. But yeah, it's a game where you're, I guess, spoilers, unfortunately. It's a game where you're on a spaceship kind of thing, and you're going around and you're fighting these little alien shadow-looking creatures because they've infected the ship and whatnot, and you gotta take them out and blow up the ship or something. I don't really know. I haven't seen too much of the game yet. I'm watching someone play it, and I think I'm on, like, part 18 or something. I've only been watching in, like, the background anyways. So I don't really know much about the game. But I wanted to play the game. The first second I saw it, and I saw, again, spoilers, when you're out of the fake intro sequence, and the first things you fight are little mimics that turn into objects and props around the station, and you have to play like a game of hide and seek with them. I was like, oh my god, that looks so much fun, and I really want to play that. But then I was like, I really can't play that. I mean, I could play it. I could just play it myself, but that would be really boring now because I don't really play anything I don't record at this point. Because it just feels really weird. It feels like a waste of time almost when I could be spending my time making YouTube videos or something. But yeah, I wanted to play it, but I was like, I still have to upload, I still have to record Nier. I did finish Trillion. That doesn't finish going up yet. I'm almost done Steins Gate, but I have other series on the back burner. I really can't play a game like Prey. But then I was like, well, it looks like a pretty linear game, not super open world like Oblivion or Skyrim or Fallout or anything. So I was like, maybe it wouldn't be too long, but I don't think anyone would really watch me play an FPS. That's kind of a weird genre for me to play, though I guess I am playing a third-person shooter, being Nier, but, well, third-person shooter, it's an action RPG, but I like Nier a lot, so that gets a pass. We won. I didn't really even acknowledge that. What is your item again? What do you have on you? Oh, you have the lucky egg, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay. We should get the running shoes in a second here, which would be nice. But yeah, I thought it would be maybe a short game, so I would be able to play it and get away with it. Even though it's not a game that most people would probably watch me play, I could just upload it really quick and be done with it and have fun. But apparently it's a pretty long game. According to my brother, he was watching someone stream it, and they streamed 8 hours a day for an entire week, and they finally finished it, which would mean that it was about 56 hours, which, depending on how I divide the parts, that would be probably close to 100 parts. But I guess it would depend on, you know, what kind of person is playing and whatnot, but I'm good. I can't do that. I can't play that long of a game right now when I'm playing Nier. And Nier, I'm sure I haven't even finished the first route, and I'm still really upset that I know that there's such a thing as routes. I know there are routes because I've played the original Nier, but I didn't want to know that there was Route A and B and C and D and all the way to Z, and fuck you people for posting spoilers. I guess I am a bit late to the party, so it's kind of my fault, but, you know, whatever. Everyone is just resistant to normal attacks, I guess. Please don't be super effective. It doesn't really matter, because this is an Nuzlocke, so. But yeah, anyways, Prey, want to play it, can't play it, sucks. I can cross that out now. I do have a second topic on here. I might go out of order here, because I don't want to talk about some of these things right now. Let's see, where? Oh! Alright, I guess I can do that. I tried to ride a bike, earlier this week. Yeah, it had to have been this week, because it was since I recorded the last Damon Talks, which was last week. We'll get to that as well. But I tried to ride a bike because I have never ridden a bike in my life. Well, I have now, but as of me riding the bike last week, I have never ridden a bike. I didn't even... Wow, I never went to go heal. Good job, me. Never ridden a bike. And I tried to, because my brother got a mountain bike. And so I was like, well, this is the perfect opportunity for me to learn to ride a bike, because I've always wanted to ride a bike. You know, it seems like good exercise, I guess. So he was helping me try to ride it. and it didn't really go very well the first time. I could not fathom getting both my feet on the pedals without looking down at my feet to get my feet on the pedals, and you have to push off before you can get your feet on the pedals, which was just, there were so many things that I had to focus on, even though apparently, according to my brother and my boss, who we'll get to that later, you just don't focus on anything, you just go with it and hope for the best, and I'm like, okay, but I don't really think that's gonna work, and it didn't really work. Eventually my brother went back inside, because he had to go, to work, I think, and so I was just trying to ride it myself on the little dirt road we have. Really? Really? Okay. The little dirt road we have, and, I'm looking at my hand right now, because I got a few injuries, we can say. Are you? Oh, you're doing solar beam, okay. Because, first of all, I was riding down, eventually I got riding the bike kind of okay. I couldn't really go very far because I guess I have really piss poor stamina. I just run out of breath super fast or whatever, so I can only ride for like 20 seconds before I have to stop, or before I can't really pedal anymore. But what I could not understand was turning. Turning was very difficult. Also, doesn't substitute take... Oh, I guess it is taking away HP. Very slowly taking away HP. So I couldn't really understand turning. So I would ride my bike in a straight line, and I would try to turn, and I would just completely start flipping out, or I would just fall over, or I would just stop because I didn't want to fall over. But I... in one of my attempts to turn, I was going down the dirt road, and I was turning right to try and turn around. It's a pretty wide road, so I was trying to make a pretty wide turn, and I managed to turn right, but I didn't keep going. I mean, I didn't... I stopped turning. I did not make a complete U-turn. I turned 90 degrees to the right, and then ended up going into the woods. And I crashed into a tree. I almost didn't fall over. I was trying to put my foot down, to balance myself so I wouldn't fall over, but I was in like I was like on the verge of a ditch, so my foot went into the ditch, and then the bike went into the ditch, and I fell into the ditch, and that was not a fun time. I hit my head, hit my arm, hit my hip, and it was just like, wow, that was a good time. I also twisted the seat a little bit, and it popped out, and I had to pop that back in, and I'm pretty sure I probably popped the tire, which we'll get to in just a second, and I also think I screwed up the chain a little bit, so that was a good time. Synthesis. I mean, you're immortal! What do you need this for? I guess I can get rid of withdraw. I can hail, and then you can synthesis, because you're immortal, I guess. I really hope you never evolve, honestly, because you're just so good. But yeah, I crashed the bike, had to bring it back, and tell my brother, and he was like, did you put the seat back in? And I'm like, yeah, and he's like, alright, just put it in the shed, I'll look at it later. I don't think he did, I don't think he really cared. Because he got this bike for like 20 bucks on Craigslist. It's a mountain bike, so it has gears, and I think I already said it was a mountain bike, but it has gears and whatnot. Not that I am, very good with these gear things. I can ride in 2 and 3 gear, but I guess that takes more revolutions than 4th gear and 5th gear and 6th gear, but 5th gear, 4th gear, 6th gear take more effort to make a rotation, but you go faster. I don't know how bikes work, man. I don't know how bikes work. It's all confusing to me. But my brother was basically like, you know, you'll wake up tomorrow morning and you'll be able to ride this bike, no problem. You'll have it down perfectly. And I'm like, that makes sense. I understand what you're talking about, and I know that happens for some people, but I'm telling you right now, that isn't gonna happen for me, and it didn't happen for me, because I don't think I went immediately the next day, but the next time I did ride my bike, which was a couple days later, it wasn't exactly perfect. Let's see. Hold on, can I turn on my mic? Testing. Okay, there we go. My mic, for some reason, was quieter than usual, so I apologize if I was quiet for the beginning of this video, or if well, I guess my fan would have been the same volume anyways, because we're quiet together using the same mic. But a couple days later, I tried riding the bike again. I don't like the feeling of being silently, like, judged. I guess you could say. So, I would just try to ride in our driveway, and try to ride around the house in the grass, in the, yard. I guess because it's a mountain bike, I figured it'd be, alright to do that. Because I don't want to ride like a dumbass in the middle of the dirt road and have the neighbors see me and be like, what a dumbass. I mean, obviously they wouldn't say anything, but I just don't like the feeling that someone can silently judge me, if that makes any sense at all, which it probably doesn't, but that's okay. I was able to ride a very minimal distance through the yard, but I would get my legs would just stop functioning. I really need to go back and heal. That my legs would just stop pedaling, and I would just stop in the middle of the grass while trying to traverse a very, very small hill, and my legs would just not pedal, and then obviously because I'm not moving, the bike would just kind of tip over, and I would put my foot down, and that wasn't fun. But going downhill was okay, and I'm pretty alright with turning now. However, I noticed that the chain or the gears or whatever was making a squeaking noise, like a rusty squeaking noise, like something needs to be oiled. Whenever I was trying to push forward, after going backwards, after trying to back up the bike and going forward, it would make like a which was weird. I think that might have been because of me falling into a water-filled ditch with the bike, but you know. And the bike seemed to not be very balanced, and I wasn't sure why. It seemed really hard to pedal, or harder to pedal, and it seemed like I couldn't turn. It almost seemed like the wheel was like sliding when I was trying to turn. So I stopped the bike and I looked at it, and I realized that the front tire, when I was looking down the center of the bike, like the handlebars and looking at the bike, the tire was tilted slightly to the side. Like, it was slightly off the spokes, or whatever the thing is called. I think they're called the spokes, right? Yeah. It was slightly off the spokes, and that was because when I stopped the bike and then looked at it closer, the front tire was flat. Which again, might have been my fault. But it might not have been, I don't know. So the tire was flat. I just thought it might have been because it was out of air. So I asked one of my brothers, not the one that has the bike, a different one, where a hand pump was. He gave me one, and it was for basketballs, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. The needle obviously wouldn't fit over the, big, cap that you have to pump full of air for the bike tire, but I tried taking off the needle, and I think it would have fit over it, but the hand pump wouldn't fit through the spokes to be able to actually position itself over the to position itself over the pump. or the jack that needs to be pumped full of air. So then I asked my other brother, and he was like, oh, we have a car pump, which is electric pump. You hook it up to your car, and I guess that fills things with air. So we tried that. He hooked it up to the bike, hooked it up to the car, started it up, and the pump didn't work. The pump just wouldn't turn on, so I guess that's broken too. And we have no idea where another pump is. So he was just like, well, we'll just figure out the diameter of the tire and get a new one, because bike tires aren't that expensive. And he thought that it was popped because he said it's been deflating like that before, but I don't know. No. He said he thought it was popped because he just filled it with air. So I think I might have slashed the tire somehow when I fell into a ditch. So that wasn't a very sturdy tire at all, if I have to say so myself. But also the first time I rode the bike, which at this point was like a week or two ago. I forgot to go back and heal. I don't know if it's how I was holding the handlebars, but my left hand, this mark has still not gone away. I guess my left hand, my left thumb was like grinding into the edge of the handlebar. So the skin on my left thumb, kind of where the joint is, just wasn't there anymore. I completely broke the skin. So I guess I should probably, you're gonna probably die happy. You're gonna die happy, I hope. But I think I need to wear gloves when I ride a bike, because I don't know if I'm holding too tight or whatever. Apparently I'm not supposed to hold on too tight, but I have to in order to actually reach the brakes as well, because I can't just loosely hold on and then, you know, pull on the brakes or whatever. But yeah, I broke the skin there, and it still has not gone away. It's still just a red circle here. I mean, it's mostly healed, but it's also still kind of not healed, so that's annoying, I guess. Can I mirror coat? No, because you're slower, right? I guess that covers bike. I just write down a whole bunch of things in this list and then just talk about them, I guess. I guess we can go to this. I think I'm going to make this series a once-a-week thing and not a once-a-month thing, because this is all stuff I have written down in less than a week. No, this says stuff that I've written down in a little more than a week, and it's filled up an entire page. I don't know that I'm going to be talking about all this today. I actually meant to swap out there. But I pressed B, which on my controller is A, because I wanted it to be like the actual Game Boy Advance, where A is where B is, and B is where A is. But yeah, I think I might want to make the series a once-a-week thing, just so I don't lose my motivation to talk about some of these things, because that's the whole point of this. You're out of moves. You are completely out of moves. Wow, that's awkward. So I don't lose my motivation to talk about these things, because the whole point of this series is for me to talk about anything and everything with absolutely no regrets, even if I completely regret making the video after I've recorded it. Just, I'm not supposed to care. But the more time I give myself to look at these things I've written down, the more I repress it, and then the more I care, and the more I don't want to share it. So I think going once a week instead of once a month would help cut this down a little bit. Or maybe, I can just cut something like this in half now, and add it to next week, but then I guess I'd still... Wait, did you hurt me? Did you actually... Can you hurt me? No, you're just meditating. I think you just have really low health motivation, so that's why you're taking so much damage. You have 34 HP. Oh, maybe not. I don't know why you took damage. Maybe Azrael did hurt you. I think we're gonna die here. I don't have anything to... No, I don't want help. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat you. I also don't think I have potions. There might have been potions there I didn't see. But yeah, this series is probably going to be once a week. At minimum, it's going to be a once-a-month series. There will definitely be a... excuse me. There will definitely be a video of this going up the Saturday before the 20th every month. Or I guess if it is going up on the 20th, if the 20th is the Saturday, but which means this is probably going up on my birthday, because this is probably going up tomorrow, which is my birthday. I forgot to say, today is May 19th, 2017. Recording this right now at 12:26 p.m. You don't know, or yeah, 12:26 p.m. Yeah, even if you're doing 24-hour clock. If you don't know when I started this, just subtract the minutes from the video from 12:26, I guess. I don't know. I don't know when I started. Why am I mirror coding? I don't know. I don't know that the sooooo can do anything other than other than meditate, which I guess is good. But if I can't hit you, then no, you can. But there might be one the week before that, or the week after that. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling during these weeks, during these months. Let's see. What else to talk about? Sure, we can talk about that. I have a job. I think I've mentioned this before. I have a job at a motel. Do I want to talk about this? I don't really even remember why I wrote this down. I work at a motel. The past couple weeks we've been opening the motel so that customers can come in and actually sleep there and not really live there. Well, temporarily stay there. They can stay there. That's what the word is. So they could stay there. So we had to open up all the rooms, turn on all the water, clean all the windows, clean all the furniture, put all the furniture out in the first place, like all the plastic chairs and whatnot, clean out the pool, fill the pool, drain the pool, clean the pool, fill the pool again, put all the furniture around the pool, put umbrellas around the pool, chairs around the pool, tables around the pool, all that stuff, get stuff for our boss, stuff from the hardware stores and whatnot that we need, to fix everything, to open everything. This battle is gonna go on forever at this point, and I don't have a speed up button. And at some point we're probably gonna just have to struggle. But we have opened the hotel as of yesterday. Yesterday we came in, and my boss told my brother to go drive to a different city to pick up some mats, or okay, so 2 days ago, my boss told my brother to go to a different city to pick up a mat that was a different mat from the original one we ordered. Okay, I gotta... like a week ago, my boss ordered a new mat, because all of the mats we have, the welcome mats, door mats, in front of the rooms, the motel rooms, trying to remember what I was... Oh, yeah, so, he wanted to get new, mats to put in front of the room, so he originally ordered a 5-pound red mat, because the other mats were red. It was smaller, a little smaller, but it seemed like it would have fit okay in front of the doors, so we put it down to test to see if it was heavy enough to actually stay there, and throughout the whole day, it seemed like it stayed there perfectly fine, but according to my boss, the next day he came in, he found it in the parking lot, so I guess the wind blew it away or something, or someone just decided to drag it away to be a dick. I'm assuming the former, but, you know, you never know. So obviously that mat wouldn't work, so we had to get new mats, so he ordered one from a general store, a hardware store. I don't know what makes mattresses, but he ordered one, and he had my brother drive in our boss's truck to a different city to pick it up, And normally, when my brother drives places, I can't drive. I don't have a license. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a second. When my brother drives the truck and goes to places, usually I join along and I just sit in the passenger side and do literally nothing, because there's nothing I can do. I can't drive or do anything like that. But I guess my boss kind of figured that out, that I was doing that, so he told me I wasn't going as well. But he also didn't have anything for me to do. So he was just like, why don't you go take a break? No, you know what? You're gonna take the furniture around the pool and you're gonna make it look nice. Because we had just stacked chairs and, lounge chairs around the pool, but they weren't actually set up, so he just had me do that for like 10 minutes. And then we went to, one of the, what's the word for them? Cabins? I think they're called cabins? The little side-off kind of houses, but they're motel rooms. They're individual, and they have more beds than the actual rooms do. I think they're called cabins. Yeah, we went there because we have to open them up. We have to turn on all the water and whatnot. And my brother came back, and we had the mat. It was a blue mat this time. And it was apparently heavier. It was heavy enough. It was 8 or 10 pounds, I think. And it wasn't really bigger than the small mat we got, which was good, because the other ones were pretty large and pretty annoying to move around because of how large they were and how easily they fell apart. But this one we put in front of a door, and then next day we came back, and apparently it didn't move at all. But my boss didn't like the color. He said the day before he would like any color that wasn't black or tan. But we came in the next day, and he said, we're getting rid of this one. You're going to bring it back with the receipt, and you're going to get a black one. He said black. He said he wanted to get a black one. Even though the mat we got was charcoal, which is like a dark gray. So I'm sure that's what he meant, but it was black, so I'm not sure why he said the other day that he would want anything other than a black mat, because he said they looked weird, and not very inviting, but that's the one he wanted. So we got that. Oh, no. He told my brother again to go to a different city, which is like 30 minutes away or something, to go pick up this mat and, in fact, the other mat. And if he liked this mat, then he would order a whole bunch of them and have them delivered in a big old package, which he did because he did like it. And what did we do? He sent my brother off to get the mat, and then, again, he had no idea what he wanted me to do, so we kind of stood around in his office for like 10 minutes while he was just answering calls, and I was doing nothing, because apparently me standing around in the office for 20 minutes doing nothing is more productive than me sitting in a car with my brother helping him get supplies or something for 20 minutes, so, you know, whatever. But eventually, he was like, okay, we can go put in the air conditioners in my apartment, because he has an apartment above the little workstation of the motel that we have. So we went up there, put in the air conditioners. There was 2 of them. Then we went back downstairs, and again, stood in the office for like 20 minutes while he answered phone calls from customers that wanted to make reservations and whatnot. Well, I did nothing and got paid to do nothing, which I guess I'm not complaining about, but you get paid for doing the weirdest things at that motel. We got paid to take a lunch once. We got paid to go get our boss some donuts and get a lunch for ourselves, which was really weird, but, you know, things happen. Oh, you're out of hail now. Yeah, we really need to heal after this. This battle's been going on for like 20 minutes at this point, I think. Probably not, I don't know. It's been going on at least 10 minutes, because last I mentioned that when this video started was 12:26, so it's been 10 minutes. So we got the job, hotel. Yesterday, when my brother finally got back, my boss said it was probably going to be a short day. We'd only been there, like, an hour or two. I don't even remember. Oh, he, before that, he wanted me to, actually, he didn't want me to do anything. The housekeepers, because we have housekeepers that go around and clean the rooms and whatnot. The head housekeeper came in and asked me if when my brother got back we could go flip the mattresses in one of the cabins, because we have to flip all the mattresses and get new mattresses, but we haven't gotten the new mattresses, so we're flipping old mattresses. It's a weird old situation thing. So I was like, sure, we can do that. And then she went to go talk to our boss about how the kitchen faucet was leaking in the cabin, or the cabin that she wanted us to flip the mattresses over in. So he wanted me to go fix it by putting on 2 little caps and screwing them on the faucets, on the little pipe things underneath, which I was like, okay. Went over there, put it on, tried to put it on, but I couldn't actually screw it on all the way, so it was still dripping. So I went all the way back, told my boss, and he was like, why would it be doing that? I'm like, I don't know. So he went over, he tried it, it wouldn't go on. He told me to get some pliers. I went to go get some pliers, gave him the pliers. He plied it on, I guess. Because apparently the rubber is so thick you can't actually put it on by hand or remove it by hand. Which seems like a very good idea. So that people don't accidentally take it off and, you know, spray water everywhere, I guess. And then my brother finally got back. We were going to go flip the mattresses, but apparently the housekeepers already did it without us. And then our boss was just like, yeah, you're pretty much free to go home. But, yep, because, one of the housekeepers is my brother's girlfriend. So we had to wait around for her to be done. She was going to be done at like 12. We got there at 9. And I think it was 11. So we had an hour to kill. So our boss was just like, just do a quick over of the beach, because we have to rake the beach of all the dead stuff that's been sitting there all winter and all the glass people have thrown down there and the cigarettes and the trash, because people are really just assholes. This isn't about the customers at this point. I mean, the customers do all that, but every single worker I have seen at that motel, why is there another sentret? Why is there another sentret? What? Why is there a... What? Huh, did you have another sentret? Well, I'm out of moves, so we're gonna struggle. And I really hope you die, because this is really awkward. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. And you're probably gonna run out of moves eventually, too. Though I guess if you have 4 moves, it's probably gonna take a while. But yeah, every single worker I have seen at that motel that is not my boss, my brother, or the housekeepers smokes. All of them smoke on the property where you are not supposed to smoke. All the painters, they smoke. All the plumbers, they smoke. All the engineers, they smoke. I don't know why. They all smoke. The groundskeepers, they smoke. I don't know why. Just every single person there smokes, and it's really disgusting. And they throw their cigarettes on the ground. And I don't know why. Because my boss can see them do it. And it's really gross and really weird. But the weirdest thing that has happened so far this week, like I said, I don't have a driver's license. So, originally, when my brother, was this the day that my brother went to go get the mattress? Or not the mattress, the floor mat? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. Oh, okay. Yeah. what happened was we were cleaning out the pool because the pool was filled and it had a whole bunch of leaves and garbage from the winter inside of it, so we had to clean all that out with this big old fishing net looking thing. I don't have any other Pokemon, do I? It said I have 3 in my Pokedex, but I guess that might be because that was because one of my Pokemon evolved, so that makes sense. Yeah, we were cleaning out the pool. Me and my brother were taking turns because it's actually pretty tedious to use this really big net to try and fish out these leaves because they're really, the water makes it really heavy. There it is. There's the item. What is this item today? King's Rock. Well, I have a lucky egg, so I'm okay with keeping that. I am not wearing shorts. I could pull up my pants if you want me to be wearing some ports. They're called jorts, right? When you have jean shorts. I don't have those. I have 1 pair of jeans, and that's because my brother made me buy them. But, well, I doubt we'll talk about that. But, anyways, we were cleaning out the pool, and we were taking turns. Basically, one of us would start, cleaning out the pool, cleaning out the leaves by fishing out the leaves, putting them in the trash can, and we would do that for like 5 minutes, while the other one would go back to the workstation, and would get a drink of water or something, or wash their hands or wash their face or whatever, so we could take a little break. And then we would go back, and then we would swap and do it again. But my brother was doing it. He was fishing out the leaves, and wow, you kind of suck, Happy. I need to see what TM Brock gave me. It was my turn to take a break, so he started fishing out the leaves. I walked over to the workstation, and my boss came out, and he handed me the truck keys, which was really weird, because in my mind, I'm like, because he handed me the truck keys, and I was like, okay, you want me to go get my brother or something, so we can go to one of the hardware stores and pick something up? Why is this not hurting you? Are you Ghost? I didn't see if that was not damaging you. I don't think it was damaging you, though. Because you're probably a ghost. I mean, I don't know what type Gene Meter is, but it's a ghost type move originally. But he handed me the truck keys, and I thought it was for my brother. He wanted me to go get my brother. And he said, okay, so I want you to go. He started his sentence off with, I want you to go, and I'm thinking, you're not about to ask me what I think you're about to ask me. And he said, I want you to go to the store and pick up, and I'm like, his name, I'm like, boss, just, I can't drive. And he's like, what do you mean you can't drive? I don't have a driver's license. He's like, what do you mean you don't have a driver's license? I don't have a driver's license. He's like, what, how old are you? 18? You don't have a driver's license? No. Have you ever driven a car before? No. Are you telling me I hired someone without a driver's license? And I'm like, yeah, you did. You never asked me if I had one. And I'm pretty sure my brother told you at some point that I didn't have one. And he's like, but at some point in your life, you've driven a car, right? Even if it was just down the road or something? And I'm like, no, never touched the wheel of a car. Never done that. So he kind of fidgeted around a little bit and just like, just go get your brother. And I'm like, oh, okay, boss. I'll get my brother. I told him that boss wanted him to drive somewhere, so I handed him the truck keys, started fishing out the leaves, and had a talk with my boss again about why I don't have a driver's license, and that is because driver's ed was ridiculously expensive in high school. I don't know how it is in most other places, or if driver's ed even exists in other places, But basically, if you want a driver's license at 16, because you can, you know, the legal age to drive in here, to drive here is 16. If you want to drive at 16, you have to take a driver's ed course, then get your license. As opposed to when you're 18, you could just take a driving test and get your license that way. But my boss was like, why have you not taken driver's ed? Because he thought driver's ed was like $10. Which apparently back in his day, because he's kind of old, apparently back in his day, it was like $10. But I'm like, no, driver's ed is $600. For a public school, driver's ed is $600. He's like, first of all, driver's ed should be free. Or even just $10. For private lessons, that's $100. And I'm like, no, nope, completely public school. $600 for driver's ed. Never took that because I'm kind of poor. Our family is kind of poor. So I didn't take driver's ed. And I've never driven a car. My dad was going to start teaching me at some point. But he hasn't yet. Even as of recording this video. But the day went by, cleaned all the leaves and stuff, and my brother was still out getting stuff with the truck. No, what was my brother doing? Was my brother even there? Yes, he was. I think he was... I don't remember where my brother went. I don't remember if he was there or he wasn't there. I think he was, but I don't remember if this was the day my brother was sick. Either way, my brother wasn't there. It was kind of the end of the day, and yes, okay, he wasn't there. Okay, this was the day my brother was really sick and was throwing up, so he didn't come into work. And my dad was gonna pick me up. He was gonna pick me up in like 15 minutes, and so I'm in the office with my boss, and he's like, he looks at me. Well, because he was finished with his phone calls, I guess. And he looks at me and he's like, your dad isn't coming in like 15 minutes, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, follow me. I'm like, okay, why am I following you? He brought me over to his truck. He's like, get in. I'm like, you want me to get in the driver's seat? He's like, yeah, get in the driver's seat. I'm like, okay. I can't drive. He's like, no, that's okay. So I got in the truck, and I think his truck is manual? I don't know anything about cars, but I think it's a manual. It's not stick shift, but it's manual. Whatever that means, I think. I'm gonna try and catch you, Zubat, if you ever give me the chance. Probably won't really get the chance. If I could hit you at least once, that'd be great. And I don't want to kill you, so I guess if I do kill you, I'll just start chucking Pokeballs to the next one. Okay. Yeah, he just told me to start the car. Did. He wanted me to step on the gas very slightly, and I just kind of lurched forward, because I've never touched a gas pedal in my life. And we just kind of bursted forward for a second, because I don't know how pedals and stuff work. And for anyone out there that says riding or driving a car is just like riding a bike, you, my friend, have never ridden a bike or driven a car, apparently, because they are not even close to the same thing. They have 2 wheels each, and one has 2 more wheels. That does not make it a bike. They are completely different animals. I did not mean to do this. I really hope it doesn't kill you. Okay, it doesn't. I can do that again as well. Yeah, my boss had me attempt to drive, quote unquote, around, quote unquote, the motel. It was not exactly fun, because apparently I'm really bad at turning, who would have guessed? So my boss, when he would tell me to turn and I would start turning, he would just grab the wheel and correctly turn, because apparently I was about to hit something or whatever. So we did that for about 3 laps around the motel. So I guess I have now driven a car. Or a truck. But I don't really even know if I want to call it driven, because it was more I just kind of pushed the gas sometimes, and my boss kind of just took control of the wheel and then told me what to do. So I really have no idea what I was doing there, but it was a really, really weird time. We're gonna cross that off now. Job, motel, and car. So I have a Zubat now. You have, Swagger, right? Yeah, Thunderbolt and Swagger. Okay. Strong electrical attack, yeah. That's not a bad attack. Thick Fat, okay. Rock type, I guess. Is Ice super effective against Rock? I don't remember. Oh, what am I doing? There's a Pokemon Center over here. Eventually, anyways. Doesn't one of these have an item? Or am I crazy? Guess I'm crazy. Oh well. There might be an item in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure it does, pal. There's a guy here that sells a Magikarp. And we'll buy it, because who knows what Pokemon it is. Pretty sure it could be any Pokemon. I don't know... What is this? What did I write down here? Span of time... Stuff happening. What does that mean? Past Damon! This is why we need to do this once a week. I don't even know what that means. What does span of time... stuff happening mean? Is that supposed to mean I want to do more stuff? Oh, I think I understand myself. No, wait, this guy. Yeah, you're really creepy. Yeah, I'll buy it. For the Magikarp, to the Shiftry. Okay, Shiftry. We'll call you Stuff, because apparently we're talking about stuff happening, I guess. I don't really even know how this is gonna be a topic. Basically, I want more stuff to happen. I want to do more stuff. I want to play more games, I want to upload more stuff, I want to edit more stuff, I want to just, in general, do more things throughout the day, because I have learned that the more stuff I do, the longer days feel, and the more it feels like I've actually lived, if that makes sense. Like, if I sit around for an entire day and do nothing, then the next day, I would remember more about the previous day than I did that day. As in, if this here is a little timeline, if I did stuff this day, and didn't do anything this day, and then did stuff this day, I would probably completely forget this day existed. I would just remember this day and this day. So it would feel like I lived one day for the price of two. And I don't want that. I want this day to feel like something, this day to feel like something, and this day to feel like something. So when I remember this day, it's like, oh yeah, that happened 2 days ago. Wow, that was a really long time ago. And not just, oh, yeah, that happened, like, right away. That was... because absolutely nothing happened in between. But I don't really know how to go about doing that. I just want to feel like I'm doing more stuff. Did I heal? I did. What are you, Stuff? You're a rock type too. You have Drizzle. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for you. That you have that takedown. Wow. Yeah, you're never hurting that. Never doing that. Return. Pretty useless to me, because we're probably not going to be best of buds for a while. I wish I had the XP share. Not that it works like it does in later gens, unfortunately. Lava Cookie. So yeah, I want to feel like I'm doing more stuff. And I guess if I were playing more games and uploading more stuff, that I could do that, but pretty much throughout the entire week, before the weekends, I can't really do anything, because I can't record. So it's just, you know... Oh, the sides cut off? The sides are... Oh, that's weird. Give me a second. I didn't realize that. The sides of the game have been cut off. I don't know how long they've been cut off. I know I cropped them at some point because I was playing the Game Boy Color, so I wanted to crop off the blackness, but apparently we just have... Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay. Feeling normal. I think I already kind of touched up on this last episode, but I feel like... I kind of feel like Haruhi. I feel like what I'm doing, everyone else could be doing the same thing. Just, you know, it just feels like, I could be doing more, and I want to do... Not that I could be doing more. I want to do something unique and interesting. Right, I wanted to look at these TMs for happy. DM case. I don't think they're infinite. Icy Wind. Wow, that's a really good thing, and no one can learn it. Okay, double team. It's 15. No. We'll put boss in the front, and we will take this, give you the lucky egg. Okay. But yeah, I want more interesting stuff to happen, because it feels like what I'm doing, I'm just a kid playing video games and recording them and uploading them to the internet. Literally anyone else could do that. And I don't know the solution to this problem. I just want to feel like I'm doing something unique and special. That my life is somehow interesting. Or somehow different from other people's lives. And I don't really know how to go about that. If it involves having to befriend espers, time travelers, and aliens, then by all means I'd be okay with that. But, I'm not, that's probably not gonna... I don't exactly think that's gonna happen anytime soon, but if that's what has to happen for me to not have a normal life, then, you know, I would, I'd be down for that. But, here we are. Guess we can cross that off too. That's, some of these topics are just really short, and sometimes I just ramble on about them because I'm bad at communicating. I don't really care about talking about that right now. That seems really weird to talk about, but I guess. My setup right now is, I think I've talked about this in a Pokemon video. In Pokemon Moon, Wonderlock. But I have a very convoluted setup, because my setup is not a temporary setup. Because, when I can only record when my parents aren't here, because this is their room, because my dad's computer is the best computer in the house. You're dead, boss. Sucks for you. You're not dead, you just fainted. But my setup isn't temporary because I can only be here when my parents are here, and obviously I'm not gonna have a giant mic arm in front of the monitor while my dad wants to play some games or my mom wants to do whatever it is she does. So, when I'm done recording, I have to take everything down and bring it down to my room. And then I have to bring it all back when I want to record again. Which makes recording not very fun, because it's a lot of annoying, tedious work. Let's go over the stuff I have to bring with me. And now I have to bring it in a box, because originally I left some things on my desk, but my dad was like, can you not leave this stuff here and take up space behind the back of the computer? I'm like, oh, okay. You realize I don't exactly have much of a choice, but okay. I'll literally take my entire setup up and downstairs. So right now, what I'm talking into is my microphone, which is an AT-2035 Audio-Technica, with Audio Technica AT2035, yeah. And it's plugged in. Well, right now it's connected to a mic arm, a really shitty mic arm that I should really consider getting. I should really consider getting another one. I think I got this for the Christmas 2015's Christmas is when I think I got this mic arm. I don't think I got it. I don't think I got it this year. Did I get it this year? I don't think so. I got the microphone this year. I'm pretty sure I got the mic arm. Yeah, no, I got the mic arm 2 years ago because I put the old microphone on this thing originally, and that was really weird. Is there an item here? No. I should get some escape ropes or rappels. Either one would work. I guess I could catch a spinnerack, assuming I don't kill it. It's 88 degrees in here. You're not doing a very good job, fan. But yeah, I'm talking into a microphone, AT2035. And I have a little pop filter on it, which again, I really need a new pop filter because this thing is really annoying to set up. Because it does not want to stay in front of my microphone, which is where I want it to be, because I am very OCD about very stupid things, such as my pop filter being exactly in front of my microphone. So I'm not talking past my pop filter. Oh, I just killed that spinnerack. Whoops. We should go back to Pewter City and buy some stuff anyways. But yeah. And my microphone, which is attached to the mic arm, is connected to a newer Phantom Power box, which powers my microphone so that you can actually hear me, so I'm not super duper ultra quiet, because this microphone requires power. And I don't have a mixer in order to actually get that power any other way. I don't have a line pod UX6, which I think is the typical thing people get. And I don't have Pod Farm, which apparently people also use as a program. I think they're the same thing. I think Line UX comes with Pod Farm. I don't have that, so you know that sucks. I can't buy many of these. We'll buy 5. And we'll buy some repels, I guess. But yeah, we have the newer Phantom Power, which is both plugged into the outlet, or is plugged into the surge suppressor, and is plugged into the computer, the back of the computer. Now the voltage for the Phantom Power actually isn't enough to power my microphone. So what I had to do was get a little USB thing that supplies just a tiny little bit more voltage to my microphone to power it just enough so that you can actually hear me. Because originally, even with the Phantom Power thing, I think it was during Negligy, my voice sounded really, really bad and really awful. And that's because the microphone was not getting enough power, so it was coming through all kinds of garbage ways. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked out anyways. I need to get a water in a second here. I put water in the freezer, and so that I could get it while I was recording, and I should probably get that soon, because it's been like half an hour, 40 minutes actually, since I started, so that's awkward, at least since it was 12:26, which is when I mentioned that I was starting. But yeah, that newer Phantom Power thing is plugged into the USB thing, which is actually a 2-prong USB thing. It's a USB. It plugs into a USB, but it has an audio and a microphone jack. I also did that because I also needed that because the microphone jack on the side of my computer is broken, and so is the audio jack on the side of my computer. So the only things I can use are the audio and microphone jacks in the back, and while I would love to do that, I could put my microphone in the microphone jack in the back, However, doing so makes it so that when I'm recording Pokemon, I can't plug in, the microphone that connects to my 3DS anywhere. Because I have to plug in a dual, 3.5 millimeter, microphone jack into the 3DS and into my computer so that I can actually record the sound so you can hear it. The first time I recorded using this method, I think, I don't remember if it was during Pokemon Moon or at some point during Pokemon Moon. I completely forgot to record the audio because I guess it wasn't plugged in properly or whatever. But yeah, those have to be connected, and in the USB thing, the Newer Phantom Power, which is my microphone, connects into there, as well as earbuds, so I can hear myself talk, so I know if I'm actually recording, if there's any loud noises or static in the background, or if I just randomly cut out, which is why sometimes you'll hear me say test, 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 even though I'm pretty sure I cut that out of every single video, except the beginning of last Damon Talks. But yeah, I have to plug in earbuds so I can hear myself, which is really annoying because these earbuds are not very long, so I have to like be right up next to my microphone because these earbuds are like chaining me here at this point, and it's really not fun. Oh, you're dead again. I didn't even comprehend that happened. I don't think I healed was the problem. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I ever healed, which was the main reason I left. But yeah, and I actually have 2 of those USB things, because one of them plugs in with my, microphone and my earbuds, and the other one doesn't have another set of earbuds, but it does plug in with my, my 3DS, microphone thingy-majiggy. So I have to carry all of this up and downstairs, and I have to set it up every single time, and it probably sounds a lot simpler than what it actually is. I mean, it's simple, it's just really annoying, especially when this mic arm falls off the desk, because I have to put it on and take it off, and put it on and take it off, so there's a lot of wear and tear on this desk now. So it's not exactly the sturdiest thing in the world for a mic arm. So sometimes it just kind of falls, and that's a really not fun time. But I have to do this because I don't have my own room. I mean, I do, but I've talked about this before, how... I talked about it last episode, yeah, when, about how my room has fake walls and whatnot. Okay, and from there, this is kind of a segue thing. I noticed that on YouTube, through YouTube Analytics and Google AdSense and whatnot, I am not making, like, any money. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the whole advertisement thing that went on. If you don't know what that is, basically a whole bunch of advertisers started boycotting having their ads next to quote unquote sensitive videos, sensitive topics, which you know, I don't really care about Damon Talks, but a lot of I can see in Google's AdSense that in past months I made like $3 a month, which you have to make $100 before you're actually paid with Google AdSense, which is fine, I don't care about that, but you could see how much money I was making per video. But then come April, which is when the ad stuff started, I made 0. And I made 0 on every video. And the whole month I earned $0. And I'm pretty sure if I look for May, I'm going to have earned $0. Because, as people have said, this advertisement thing has basically cut their revenue in like half, or like chunked out 75% of it. And that's, when I barely make like 1/10 of a cent for a video, and then I'm getting like 25% of that, that's it's pretty bad, because I don't think that really even registers to YouTube as money being made, so I just get nothing. You have confusion as your ability. or your move. It's not very effective. I kind of want to catch you if I don't kill you. We'll see. And I didn't kill you. It's super effective, though. So you must be flying? Alright, rock isn't... Or I guess you could be ice, I think. I don't know. Whatever you are, you're also not very effective against rock, so... Where are my Pokeballs? There we go. But yeah, what my idea was, which is... It's a very, very narcissistic idea. And an idea that would only work if I did upload more. Because I only upload once a day at this point, when I should be uploading 3 times a day, because I definitely have the capabilities to do it, I just don't give a shit, apparently. I really don't want to call you shit. What was I? You know what, we'll call you Patreon, because my idea was, well, okay, this is gonna need some backstory. Originally, I did not want to put ads on my videos. I do now. I do have them on now. But originally, my thought process was, I will only put ads on my videos when I have 1,000 subs. When I have hit an arbitrary milestone to the point where I'm like, yeah, I've made it. I can put ads on my videos now. It's totally acceptable. Also, you are indeed a flying type. And confusion is a normal move. That's weird. Weak telekinetic attack that may leave the foe confused. It's not bad. You're a special attacker too, so that's good, I guess. Can you learn any moves? With silver powder, but I don't have any bug moves for you. Can you learn icy wind? No, you can't. Okay. Yeah. Basically, I just thought at 1,000 subs, I would put on ads because at that point it would actually matter, because I would have enough subs to justify me having ads. But then I decided, okay, but if I put ads on now, then I'll also have ads when I'm at 1,000 subs, and I'll have all the money made in between then. Which sounds like a pretty smart idea. So I did that, even though I haven't made any money yet because I haven't made $100. But with this whole advertisement thing, I'm considering doing what pretty much every other independent creator has done at this point, and that is open a Patreon so that people that watch me pay me to make videos. Just basically, people would pay me to play video games. And that's why I'm not entirely sure about that, because I don't really have creative content or anything like that, so it's kind of, it feels like it'd be really weird for me to have a Patreon unless I were to actually have more creative and more, what's the word? More structured series, like skits and whatnot, but I don't have those, so it feels really weird. And I was considering having it at 1,000 subs, again, arbitrary number. I should probably do it when I get 1,000 videos, or not 1,000 videos, 1,000 views as my average for videos, which, at this point, it's probably gonna take a while, because my average is like 10, I think, so in 100 times the amount of time I've been on YouTube, I should theoretically have 1,000 views average on videos. You know, that makes sense, I guess. But when that happens, whatever, I wanted to open up a Patreon. I don't know how you guys would feel about it. Again, I guess the point of the series isn't really even to talk, isn't really for you guys to listen, so I mean, I guess I shouldn't really expect feedback, but feedback would be nice if you are listening for whatever reason. I mean, I have like 3 people at this point that comment on my videos sometimes. I guess I'm kind of asking if you would be a patron, but that seems like a really weird thing to ask, even though I kind of literally just asked it. Would you be opposed to me having a Patreon? 'Cause, I don't know, that seems just like a really weird thing to have. I don't know. For someone like me, that just seems like a weird thing to have. I think that's pretty much it. I talked about most of the things on this piece of paper. There are 3 other things I have on here, and I'm not sure I'm actually going to talk about them at all. I might in another video. I mean, I'll just say it right now. They're Tower Girls, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond Records. I don't even know how much I would really talk about that. And about my dog. Me being angry for having to take care of my dog, rather. And I don't think I really care about talking about those. So, I guess this will just be the end for now, everybody. When we get back, we're gonna try and make it through this. Do you always have Wonder Guard? I don't remember. I think you do. And you also always have 1 HP as your thing. I'm pretty sure. We'll try to catch you before we leave off here. We'll try to make it through Cerulean Tunnel, Cerulean Cave, whatever this place is called. Rock Tunnel? I don't remember. Oh, Mount Moon. Mount Moon. We're in Mount Moon. We'll try to get through Mount Moon next time. And, maybe I'll talk about these 3 things here. Maybe I'll talk about other things. But it will probably be next month. Maybe it'll be next week. I don't know. I don't really... Whenever it happens, it happens. But, yeah, you only have 1 HP. I guess that was dumb then to try and hail you. Anyways, that'll be all for next time. So for now, if you did listen, don't know why you did, but I appreciate you listening anyways. And I guess I will talk to you all later. I really need to get better at, recording these videos, because I'm just, I'm bad at talking. Hopefully this series will help with that eventually. How long have I been recording? That's just 2 hours and 40 minutes. But, according to this, I've been recording 1 hour and 20 minutes. Wow. So, I think that's a little shorter than last Damon Talks. I think. Pretty sure. Either way, that'll be all. That'll be all. Whatever happens next time will be for next time. But for now, thank you guys so much for listening, if you did. If you didn't, then you're not here, and I'm not thanking you. But I appreciate you existing anyways. But I'll talk to you all and myself next time. Goodbye. Oh, I did forget one thing I was going to talk about, because I didn't actually write it down. I am going to add recording dates to videos I upload. There's really no reason to do it other than the fact that I'm going to point out that I record things like months in advance and then just never get around to editing them. So, I guess that'll be more just motivation to me to actually edit videos and get them up so that they don't look like they've been sitting there for months not doing anything, because that's totally what Danganronpa has been doing, and that's gonna be one hell of an upload date. But that'll be all for next time. I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm doing an outro. Today's my birthday. At least when this is going up, probably. Don't really even care. Goodbye.